She started down his Shangara music, and then our story begins. It begins with a detective sitting in a bar, seems to be drinking his life away. Little did you know that the adventure he is facing the painting his supper through, and our story begins here, as he begins to tell his siren's tale on the middle of a dead man's chest. A detective who seems that he lost everything, but still fighting to be alive. For God knows reason why. For all the hell I know, he's a psychopath sitting in a bar, wasting away and telling up to his crazy night spells. Little did he know the nightmares that are coming soon, laid waste and flying its way to his life, that he will soon deal with. Because his adventure is just beginning. Hey barkeep, another round. You haven't paid off your tab yet. Don't start with that bullshit now. You know I'm paid off. Best down watering hole in this city. Quite a ready bunch, I know, isn't he? He always smells like blood for some reason. He's a detective, but more like a private kind. You know, putting away the bad guys, shooting any damn fools who need a licking, or their deeds are up if you smell what this old dog is laying down. This city is full of the most evilest of bastards who walk the earth. I always hated the local police. They get one lead and flood the city with blue. The bastards halfway down the street or the airport, and another got away. Well, howdy there, detective. Can a girl take a seat here? Standing beside our living protagonist is a loving lady walking up to him, in a short skirt, short hair, and a tattoo on her arm that reads, Daddy's girl, and a necklace that reads, Mama knows best. Then again, Mama has been right in years. After all, didn't Mama tell you not to talk to strangers, little lady? My, where are my manners? The name's Golly Holly, and you, detective, don't be shy. I don't bite, I swear, unless you want me to. The barkeep finishes up making the man's drink and slides it to Mitchell right on cue. As Mitchell ushered for the lady to sit next to him, as the little tushy plumped down on the seat in a hurry, as if she was meeting her idol, or her next meal. The name is Mitchell. Nice to meet you, Golly Holly. I see you enjoying the bar like a regular. Most people try to avoid it for fear of getting shot or something. Some old bat even said I smell like death. A dead man walking who's marked for failure. Oh, good golly, must be an old bat who doesn't know manners. Oh, sweet, innocent Holly. Fun fact about Miss Holly here. Here the local church chased her out for stealing the wine and teaching the pastor to dance. Wink, wink. Now she frequents bars and local coffee shops for easy prey and easy pickings. We never found out what happened to the old pastor or why the church went up in flames either. Yeah, Miss Holly. Maybe you're right. I doubt you came to drink and shoot the breeze with a guy like me. It's not like roses and sunshine. Oh, detective. Don't you know an old snake in the grass when you see one? Oh, my bad. Almost spoiled a surprise. Oh, Mr. Bartender, a Bloody Mary on the rocks, and a shot of whiskey on ice. Thank you very much. The barkeep nodded in response as Golly Holly and Mitchell chattered away, but something felt off to the detective as Miss Holly began to reach over his shoulder as the barkeep kept on creating her drink as he was going to hand it to her as he finally piped up. After all this time. So, Miss Holly, you know what happened to the old Mr. Peterson from Michigan country? Rumor has it he was found dead, broken, penniless. Some say it looked like he was murdered and robbed by a black widow or something. Seems like every time you get a new guy or a gal, they all end up dead or worse. Now little Miss Golly. Seems like she was running cold hearing that name until she got a bit irritated with the bartender. Didn't someone teach you to respect people who are making you drinks or serving you food? No manners. Then again, with hips like that, manners don't mean a thing. I'm cursed, I say cursed. Everyone I love dies or me or worse. It's not fair. She begins to sob a bit to herself as Mitchell takes another sip as she snuggles on his arm. Maybe I needed real manners, someone big and strong to protect me, like you, detective. I don't believe in curses and shit like that. Not my style, but that must be hard. Coming from a man who carries 2 guns for separate occasions. A basic firearm, traditional pistol, 16 shots, 2-round mags, you know, the basic firearm you see at the local gun store your little local school shooter can get his hands on for about $50 on the black market. A common kind of foe, but sometimes he carries an elephant gun, a mag that can take off a man's arm. Then again, when you take a case that involves the lowest of the low and the craziest of the craziest, you probably carry an elephant gun too. maybe a few bear traps or landmines. Yeah, it's very hard and scary. A guy like me can't fight on her own. Some people can't be taken down by regular means, or the traditional sense. Sometimes you need a bigger gun or someone else to do it. Miss Gully had Mitchell in her arms as she drank her Bloody Mary. The old dance on the stretch trick gets him any time. Well, any lady or man would fall for it if a sexy lady was crying in their arms on the spot. Then again, we wouldn't notice if she put a knife on her back either. And our little story might end in blood if our hero can't notice in time. Thankfully, he didn't bring an old elephant gun to work today. Yeah, a guy like you, detective. Don't you understand? I'm not a suspect or something, or anything like that. I was drawn this way, I swear. Oh, god damn it. Well, you were on an investigation, so the murder stopped all of a sudden. But I understand your concern, Golly. Still wonder what happened to the pastor, though. I wonder why, but I'll admit, the blood of Christ is delicious. But the pastor, I don't know about him. Poor old man. You haven't caught on yet, everyone. But Miss Holly's secret, and by the different men and women that go missing randomly when Golly's involved, broken dead. I know you can't take your money with you when you die, but shit, at least I'll like a few dollars in my pocket before I go. The Lord knows I'm good for it. You never know if the road to heaven doesn't have a toll booth. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here. It's possible you didn't kill those people, but it's not my case or my place to say so. I can't help you. I'm not an attorney. Damn straight. You could put in a good word for me around town. Well, at least I hope you can't care for me or something. I'm sorry, a bit drunk. Bullshit. Maybe you can take her for some rest? She got closer to the hero, her arms around his shoulders and playing with his coat, even managed to touch his gun, and almost had a hand at it till she thought she got caught and then pulled back, as the same hand she's using to reach for his gun was going into her boot to pull out a sharp object. A knife. It was a knife. It looked like it was going to be curtains for our hero. Pity, I actually started to like him. Oh, am I kidding? I never liked him. Sorry, I prefer to sleep alone some nights. Besides, I'm not safe to drive. Luckily the college isn't that far from the bar, so I can just walk back home. His office also doubles as his home. I swear, I never seen this man go to a house that actually was his. Shut up. Damn. Triggered much? You definitely aren't going home with me, Golly. Maybe just a visit. But detective, I'm scared of the dark. I need a big strong man to protect me. Remember what I said about strangers, Golly? He isn't as dumb as you think, think. Luckily, the old bartender got out before he got bad. Smart move. She moved the knife through her thigh and had it in the air, about to stab the detective like a fish on a stick, or a fish you catch while you're boating on a hook. Looks like a detective's bet the glistening spell she found on the victim. This old Black Widow is gonna put her fangs in her. But detective! I said no, Golly. Now, let's set one thing straight. First things first, you never say no. You never say no to old Golly or any lady. Miss Polly had quite the temper. Growing up and really hated not getting what she wants from Prey or anyone. But old Mitchell was quick on the draw. He kicked the seat back as her knife went straight into his other hand. As a gunshot rang out, old Miss Golly was learning a lesson. Mama told you not to talk to strangers. Oh, don't try to pickpocket a man who looks like he eats nails for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Buck! Mitchell's quick draw worked. He just missed. Grazed her a tiny bit. A flesh wound. Blood for blood, as they say. Or is it eye for an eye? Damn it, I missed. You first. You're the first one, detective. I'll admit it. Starving Golly, the Black Widow. I have been hunting you for weeks. You got it, old chap. I was rooting for you. That's her. She uses her good looks to lure men and women into her web, to use them for sex and money. It really works well for a little while, if you play your cards right. The routine is simple. Find a guy or woman, woo them, then snatch all their cash and leave a corpse in their wake. She almost got caught with the pastor, so the church had to go. Few would assist their urges. Well, then again, God forgives. People don't. I think it's time we end this hunt, Mitchell. I'm really sorry. I don't fancy being in a prison cell or a body bag. Girls like me don't like prison stripes. But murder and stealing is just fine. Damn. I may have to change jobs then. Well, either way, you're under arrest or going to die today, Miss Golly. I doubt it, Mitchell. You have one hand and can't worth the shit. I doubt you can get a good shot on me, the way you're standing. Looks like you have a hard time seeing straight. Lack of blood loss and all that. I doubt you're ambidextrous. Oh golly, you're about to learn that. You should have done your homework. Mitchell moves his injured hand downward as the flesh rips and tears as a knife cuts through his skin. He jumps back to pop up rounds at Golly Holly. As she's riddled with two shots in the chest of hot lead, she's left down the bar for bleeding. As I was saying earlier, you're not messing with him, man, Miss Holly. Any normal human being would have freaked out, but not him. He survives many things, and a lot of things that some people would have died from, but then again, some say Mitchell's a dead man walking, marked for death and marked for failure. Looks like you weren't the one who could put him down. Many people try to put this bastard down, but I wonder who could do the job. Seems like Miss Golly Holly couldn't do the trick. My hands are all fucked up and injured now. Police have finally caught her. That was 4 weeks of hunting, 2 weeks of police work. Well, she's finally gone, and the police are coming to go get her. The boys in blue are good for one thing, and that's being a cleanup crew. Another crazy night. Sometimes I wonder if he shoots every lady he sees, or the pretty ones. Well, at least she's better than that bitch Seltra, that crappy receptionist. Always having a fit about the autopsies and what Mitchell does and how he handles the cases. See, the thing is about Mitchell is, he's not the one that actually locks with a perps or his own personal prison cells. It's simple. In this backwater town that they call a city, the detectives and the police work to each share a prison cell. They found the perps, they called the police and sealed them, then locked them away, and bada bing, bada boom, the local murderer or child rapist is locked away in prison, or wheeled away in a body bag. Sometimes it's better to call the private investigator to do it for you for a phenomenal fee, or just simply call whoever you think. Simply call the local police department if you want the job done the correct way, quote unquote. Then again, this narrator doesn't know a thing about police work. I'm just watching the show and wanting to watch our protag win or watch him fail. I love watching him work, but I do love to see how it goes. Let's see other mischievous things he gets into.